What are you watching?
It is a kick right now, a real joy to introduce our next performer, comedian. She started right here at the Comedy Store as a server.
Yes, I did.
And she's hitting all the rooms now, in the main room now, absolutely killing the main room crowds here at the Comedy Store. A natural talent, rocketing her way to the top. Give it up for Punkie Johnson. So, when did you first segue from serving to stand-up?
It's a good story. I started out here, working here. I didn't tell anybody but the managers that I wanted to do comedy. I kind of just kept it real low-key.
Yeah.
It was kind of manipulation. I just stayed for like 6 months. I kind of just learned it. I watched it.
Yeah.
And then when I was ready, I said I wanted to do comedy.
Right.
Which was horrible because it was like, no, now you just want to do it because you see it. So
Right,
I probably should have came out the bat and said I wanted to do it.
Do you remember the first joke you told that got a laugh?
Oh God, please don't make me tell.
Do it. Let's hear it. You tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
Okay. Oh God, it's so bad. The first joke I did here in this building, it was about smelling. It was about feeling like my vagina smelled, and the way I smelled it in public without people knowing, like I was about to tie my shoe.
Yeah.
But as I don't remember the play. I don't remember the structure of the joke by itself. But I was like, whenever I felt that it was me, I would tie my shoe and kind of do. Such an awful joke. Oh my God.
So, did you work on this event? Did you build it up, say at church events?
Yeah, God loved that one. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
That's a killer opener, though.
It is, but
it's designed for open mic crowds too.
Definitely, just that.
You have to hit them over the head hard.
Yes. I would not dream of telling a joke like that right now.
Yeah.
That was so amateur.
That wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. That was Jessica Williams.
Yeah, it's like all the
Punkie Johnson is here now.
It's like all the men talking about everything we did in the '90s. That wasn't me.
Right. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I'm so glad you asked me that. That really took me back.
What's going on with your career-wise? Are you just getting good at the Comedy Store, taking your time getting to social media and actual media, or?
You know what? I think I'll be much more famous if I did do social media. I hate it. I stay away from it. I should get into it because it is the way. You know, can't beat them, join them. Blah blah blah. But like, I'm just like really growing. I used to work 5 days a week at the Comedy Store. Now I work 1 day a week. I really jumped off the comedy roof trying to fly.
Right.
So basically, I'm living check to check, which is very scary. So when you're scared, what do? You work your ass off.
Right.
I'm working like a dog.
Right.
And these blessings just rain upon me every month right before the rent is due. And I'm just like, thank you, Jesus.
What are the type of clubs you play now to scramble around?
I do every club. I do the Improv. I'm hosting a Laugh Factory for Brian Monarch this Thursday. I do the Comedy Store. Comedy Store is my home club. I really don't want to perform nowhere but here.
Yeah, I understand.
This place is just the great.
I'll give you some advice about that in a minute. But do you do any of the black clubs?
I've
been asked to do one on a Sunday night, and I'm strictly Comedy Store. I thought it'd be a lot of fun.
You know what? It's the Comedy Store is like a It's to the black community. Like, I don't really think that the black community like the black artists that be here. We're not. I'm not saying that that's a fact, but we don't get invited too often to do other shows.
I get it.
You know, because I mean.
They consider you commercial sellout, or
kind of. I really don't know. I haven't asked. I don't really care. But I guess we consider like bougie. I don't really know. I should ask.
Well, with our legacy of Paul Mooney and Richard Pryor, and all these.
Well, I just feel, I mean, I get into a lot of confrontation with a lot of black artists, and if you can be as aggressive and as black as you want, but if you put your work into terms where everybody can understand it.
Right.
It makes you a better comic to me.
Right.
So I'm not a black comic because I know how to talk to everybody. Africa, Russia, Finland.
9% of Americans are African Americans. You want to appeal to everybody.
I want the whole nation. Yeah. I don't want to just do black clubs.
I get it.
I want everybody.
I was just curious about how fun the clubs might be, and because I was asked to do one.
I honestly be afraid that black people might not like my jokes. I'd be scared.
Really?
I don't be scared. I just be like, oh Lord, you know, because I'm not talking about the hood shit. You know, I'm talking about things that's really going on in my life, relationship trouble, children trouble. I'm talking about the real stuff, and I'm putting it in terms where everybody can understand, and I'm not putting it in like.
Well, I got enough material about cocaine and crystal meth. I think I could connect.
Fantastic. I don't want you to only have the material. Do you have the? Do you have the what you hiding in them pants?
Just the very discussion takes me back to when Paul Mooney was sort of a mentor to me and protector, and introduced me to the Richard Pryor crowd. And what a marvelous time we had in the late '70s. It honestly, you know, from Blazing Saddles through Richard Pryor, that 6-year period, it really felt like we were one city having a ball together. We were partying together. We were laughing at the same jokes together. Black comics were all dropping the N-word, and white comics were doing cracker jokes. We were all laughing at ourselves and having a great time.
What a time to be alive that I missed.
It was fantastic.
That's the best. And the Richard Pryor era I feel was the best era of comedy.
And you know what? Something interesting happened to him. I've never discussed this on the show, but he went off to Africa in about 1980, just before the fire. Okay. Just before the fire. And he came back, and Richard said, because I'd been on his show, and you know, I was friends with him, and he got up on stage at the Comedy Store, and he said, I've been to Africa, and I've decided, now that I've seen my homeland, I'm never going to say the N-word again on stage. And
how long that last?
A week.
I'm like, shit, nigga. It's so fun, you know.
Like Paul Mooney would say, clean your teeth with it. I love it. It lasted a week.
I mean, you know.
He said, I'd just as soon kill the crowd.
It's just a part of it. I do want to go to Africa, though. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. But I love, Richard Pryor is my favorite comedian of all time.
Well, he was a genius. I call him Dark Twain.
Yeah.
He could stand up on stage, take one incident and in his life up in Northridge, and then expand it into a story, adding to it every single day, more and more and more. Larry Miller was good at that too. Great at adding on and creating stories. And he was a tremendous storyteller. And he had this dignity about him. He refused to do old material when he would come in to put together new album stuff. People say, do Mudbone, do Mudbone. He said, no, I'm not doing Mudbone.
Right.
I'm sticking to the new stuff.
I love that. I still watch Richard Pryor. I will watch his work over and over again.
You can't watch. I watch him, and I watch Will Rogers for the same reason, because he's my idol.
I just study his work. You know what I like to do? I like to study the rhythm of it. And to see his timing on his laughter. A lot of people don't do. I feel like it's like a comedic genius. It's like he'll do his laughs go from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, 5 seconds to 7 seconds, 3 seconds to 7 seconds. It's like he knows when he wants it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you don't get to decide when you laugh. He's going to tell you when to laugh.
And he worked that all out, the timing, in the original room. And he would record every night.
It's my favorite club in the world. I love this
so when he would do that. So what I was going to suggest that you do is do not give up that one shift a week at the Comedy Store.
Oh, I'm keeping my one shift.
Okay. Because that keeps you on the inside, okay?
Yes.
The world is full of funny people on the outside of the Comedy Store. You stay inside.
I'm keeping my one shift. I know, and I just love that this place has brought me so much pain, but it has brought me way more joy.
What kind of pain has it brought you?
The growing. Let me change that. It's brought me growing pains.
Yeah.
You know, just growing as a comedian, understanding what it takes to be a true artist. I feel like at every level of your career, it comes a time where you have to take off from the level you want.
Exactly.
So as an open micer,
every level.
As an open micer, okay, cool, I'm in this open mic thing, right?
Yeah.
So now I have to do something to distinguish myself from all the rest of the open micers. Then I became friends and family.
Yeah.
And that was fun. And then I was like, you know what? It's time for me to distinguish myself from friends and family.
Right.
Now I'm a paid comedian going on at 12:30, 1 o'clock. And now I have to make a move to distinguish myself from everybody else going on at midnight so I get the 10 o'clock spot. So it's all about saying, all right, cool, I'm at this level, but now it's time for me to bring that fire 15 minutes and break away from everybody else that's on the level that I'm on.
And all the guys who've done 7, 8 years of a sitcom in a row, as soon as it ended, you know, they had an immediate decision to make. Am I going to go
Yes.
back and be a stand-up,
Right.
or I'm going to sit in semi-retirement and drive around and sip coffee and talk about my life?
That's the bittersweet part of it. It's like a lot of I'm up here all serious. I'm like, yeah. But I think
Like
that's
Jerry
the
Seinfeld
bittersweet.
jumped right back into stand-up, refused to do his old stuff,
Yeah.
just like Richard.
Yeah, I think stand up is and the crazy part about it is this might sound crazy to everybody. I actually really hate comedy.
You hate comedy,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Do you hate the sound of laughter?
No, I love the sound of laughter.
okay.
It's just like I don't like if I would not get up and go watch a comedy. Get up and come see comedy.
Right.
Like I watch I guess it's just nobody is Richard Pryor.
You
or
don't
Paul
like to
Mooney.
watch anybody else
I like
kill.
to watch the older comics. I like 1970, 1980
Yeah.
comedy. I don't like the comedy right now.
Oh, I get it. Well, people are going to get a chance to come to the Comedy Store and enjoy you for a long time. You're going to work your way to 10 o'clock in no time.
Yeah.
And just keep that one shift.
I'm enjoying
Stay
the
on the
journey.
inside. We'll have you back in a couple months, all right?
Oh, please do.
You got it, Punkie. We love you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wonderful. Let him have a big